back. Welcome back to Ball Talk with Kim. Smoothing out the truth with hope. Yes, she's back. I have my special guest co-host today, Miss Cotton.
Woo! They let me come back, y'all. After I cut up, I guess I've been on punishment or something. I don't know. I'm back though.
We're gonna do a little history stuff today. Oh, y'all brace yourself because you don't know what you're gonna get. So as always, I'm gonna have to go ahead and take care of some business and put these disclaimers out here because help us all. But he includes all information posted is merely for educational and informational purposes. It is not intended as a substitute for professional advice. Should you decide to use and or act upon any information, you do so at your own risk. Okay? While the information has been verified to the best of our abilities, we cannot guarantee that there are no mistakes or errors. However, TGN, Power Play, and or its affiliate shows, podcasts, broadcasts, radio, TV host, and or guests will not be legally held liable for the opinions, advice, and or content provided. It is for entertainment purposes only. Now you understand that disclaimer, right?
Yes.
Hopefully our guests will as well. So I wanted to go ahead, as I always do, guys. Thank you first and foremost for tuning in again to my 15th show. Ain't that crazy?
15.
Oh, I know 15.
I remember you just a little baby bird, just
I know.
flapping around and
I was just flipping.
getting it together and 15.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm at 15, y'all. And today's show is titled Girl Talk History. Y'all, we don't know what we're gonna get, but y'all in for a treat this day.
Yep.
Anyway, as always, this motivational quote that I love to provide, Lily entry number 127. There is a lesson to be learned in every struggle. One important key principle is discovering the truth.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm gonna say that again. There is a lesson to be learned in every struggle. One important key principle is discovering the truth. Now, you know all too well what that means, right? I ain't got to break that down because some people, I just marinate on that for 2 seconds, y'all, because it's very important that you understand that we all gonna go through struggles no matter what it is. And you know how people always say they're trying to find their truth, or this is my truth about what they're going through. That's the lesson, you know.
Yeah.
This is my truth. It hurt. Stop trying to sugarcoat it. Just tell it like it is. My truth is that it hurt. This happened and it hurt. Okay. So just wanted y'all to carry that through next week until the next quote comes up. Okay. So without further ado, again, I would like to introduce my lovely guest co-host, Miss Cotton.
Hey,
and we gonna girl talk some history.
I'm cute on the screen.
She done got cute, y'all. Look.
Okay.
She done got cute. Now that second picture, you already know why I put it up there, right? Cause you don't know. It's cute. It's cute. We're gonna do this thing today. So we got stay tuned.
Yeah, because I need to know why you picked that picture while I'm looking out with
It's
I'm standing.
Cause it's you. See, you have two sides. Wait, how many sides you got?
I don't know, but I was talking noise in that picture. I'm sure of it.
That's why it's girl talk.
Yeah, I'm talking
history.
Talking some hot noise.
So, it's gonna get juicy. But okay, just so y'all know, she has no idea what I'm gonna put up here.
I really don't now. I don't know why she keep trying to surprise me with stuff. Okay, all right.
So we gonna
this is what we doing today.
We gonna do some history.
Did you do your disclaimer? We not responsible for this, that, and the other. And yeah. Whatever she said again. Let's reiterate. Cause now, okay, she wanna play.
Okay. So we gonna go. First and foremost, we're gonna be a little civilized, but feel free to chime in at any point.
Yeah, we gonna remain civil, but we all right. Okay.
So February Awareness Month. So we have a lot going on this month other than it being just Black History Month. We'll get into that in a minute because that's pretty much our history. So that takes a lot of time. And I don't like to rush through our history, okay? So we're going to talk about the awarenesses that they got going on this month. So we have the National Cancer Prevention, the American Heart, the Jewish Disability Awareness and Inclusion Month. I didn't know about that. But the Low Vision So does that mean low vision, like eyes you can't see or can't see?
Probably like how I'm squinting at the screen to read it with you.
That's so horrible.
So I need to be awareness month.
Right. So so you might get some discounts, when they have awareness and national things going on. You might can get that. So also for these pet lovers and bird lovers is National Bird Feeding Month and your pet dental health month and dog training education and cat national stuff health.
Now, which cat health?
What animal? It's the pets.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess you could use that as adopt or rescue a rabbit. Okay, that's so rabbit? Subliminal. Which that could be so subliminal. So we nevertheless, your pet, dog, bird, cat, they missing the fish. But I'm just saying, this is awareness. Please go get your discounts, people, because 9 times out of 10 there will be discounts provided with all of these things and education on how to maintain and help yourself and health and your pets as well. So without further ado, what I love, I wasn't a history major, but I love talking about history. And the one thing that I hated the most, a class that I loved the most, was called Minority Studies. And that was a class that was set aside. And I went to high school in Mississippi. So that classroom, I think, if I'm not mistaken, my cousin Linda Warren, I so love her. She was also my cheer coach. And she was our history teacher. And she pushed and pushed and pushed until she got that course adopted into the school to talk about strictly minorities. Loved it. That's what made me decide I need to know more about my history than what they decided to put in the history books. So without further ado, I have can you name any of these people on this picture?
Yeah, all of them be on a bathroom wall that Big Mama has.
I bet Rosa Parks and Gabby Douglas. I think there's Gabby Douglas up there in the corner. It's just a whole lot of people out there. The people that we can kind of readily name, but then there's a lot more people that we can't. These are the ones that made it to the history books that they are okay with us talking about in schools. But a lot of this stuff they just don't talk about. And I feel like, we should do more than just talk about history during Black History Month. We should do more as far as getting involved and educating our kids, because right now our kids and grandkids don't know nothing. They know nothing about who they are, where they came from, and how it happened. Right. They don't know nothing. You ask them who invented the pen, they're gonna look at you like, what? Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. So Black History Month, and I only doing it by weeks, because when I started doing my homework on this, I realized every day of a year is something significant that happened with us. And you kind of jokingly in the car kind of made reference about we done invented and created everything. Is it our culture or our ethnicity? How can I say that right?
I don't know how you can say it right, but how I can say it right is I don't see the point in having Black History Month, because we literally invented everything except for stealing and plagiarism.
Oh, well,
somebody else invented that. But other than that, we invented everything. So why should we just single out the same 10, 12 icons over history? The Peanut Man, the Heart Man. You know what I'm saying? But when we created, it's easier to start backwards.
Yes,
say,
it's true.
Okay, Black people invented everything. Let's have a month to highlight what white people invented.
Oh, well, how you going to do?
Give them 2 weeks, because that's all it's going to take.
Okay, yeah.
You don't believe me? Google it. Google what did white people invent,
and that's what we got.
Then Google what did Black people invent, and you're gonna be scrolling for pages and pages. And pages.
Yeah, I think the internet.com is too short.
Yeah, I did my research.
Yeah, .com is too short.
So that's how I feel. But I love the fact that we're learning Black, but I'm gonna bring some Black history facts that's not
given in the books as of yet.
Exactly.
That's some good stuff. So we're gonna talk about Black History Month for as far as the week that passed up to today. And it's some very interesting things. It's a lot. So I picked out what I thought was most important each day. Like it's a gazillion and tons of information. I'm like, I cannot believe this is unbelievable. And our kids don't have a clue. I even tried to quiz my son. He was like, what? I don't know. I don't do history. I hate history. Oh, okay. Okay. You hate history, so you don't like yourself? There's not. No, I'm just saying it's boring. It's boring. Okay. You keep that same energy, but you're gonna need it one day. You're gonna understand why it's so important.
Yeah, it's up to us to make history interesting for our young people.
Yeah, so it's got to keep drilling it to them.
No, not drilling it to them. Open their minds up to something more than what's in the
textbooks. Well, they don't even have textbooks anymore. They don't even teach about Black history anymore in schools. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's up to us to do it.
Yeah, just like they say, you train your kids, starts at home.
Yeah.
Don't wait on the school. The school's supposed to be a reinforcement, not the actual daycare or the home training.
Time to go deeper and pull up some of these YouTube videos about our origins and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Our own history and stuff, so we can know we're more than the history that they created for us. They put us in a box. They give us our inventors and everything. Okay, here's your month. These people y'all spotlight, and then they feel like we're placated. Okay, they should feel better about themselves. We gave them a month.
I mean, we got stuff like the what's it called? The what you call it? The map. Is it the map? The almanac, the thing.
I don't know this low vision month.
Oh,
so I
but she says, but okay. So most of it's like the traffic light, the straightening cream. You're a hairstylist, so you know about the hair, the hair growth, that straightening cream.
I was trying to wait until we got deeper into the program to give my Black history fact, but I want to share this Black history fact about my relation to Madam C.J. Walker.
Oh, awesome. Okay, yeah, because she's something. That's a billionaire baby.
Yeah, so we all know the story about Madam C.J. Walker, how she was the first self-made millionaire, which is absolutely true. And she was a brilliant chemist, and she created different formulations, and she created a hair grease that actually stimulated and grew hair. Okay, so a few years ago, I was watching a movie about Madam C.J. Walker, and this is the first time they got deeper into her personal life. So they spotlighted her personal lawyer. He was her lawyer until she died. When she died, he inherited all of her formulas, all of her files, and everything that belonged to her. This lawyer's name was Freeman Ransom. That's my relative.
Wow.
So growing up as a little girl, we always had the stinky grease.
Stink.
The stinky grease was Madam C.J. Walker's original recipe.
Wow.
So over the years, when I created my hair grease, I used the recipe that my grandmother gave me, but I improved on it and took out the petroleum and everything else that clogged the pores in the scalp, and it made a thinner formula where the herbs actually work. Yes, look at that. So, so my Black history fact is my relative Freeman Ransom was the personal lawyer for Madam C.J. Walker until the day she died, and partially responsible for my formula. That's why I know my hair grease works. Because I know the ingredients I have been tried and true, have been through the ages. These are her actual ingredients that's in the hair grease.
Awesome.
So, and his name is Freeman Ransom.
Wow, I didn't know that. See, you learn some things.
One more Black history fact.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, well, come on, bring it.
Well, this is one of those things that they hardly ever talk about, but you eat steaks and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you know the Worcestershire sauce that they put on there, right? So a Black man invented the Worcestershire sauce. He was from Louisiana. Yes, he was a chef. Yeah. And he was known for being blindfolded. He could name any sauce that he tasted without seeing it. And he dipped his finger in a bowl of brown sauce, and he said, "What's this here sauce?"
What's this? Wait, what's this?
Oh, so you thought I was gonna stay serious? So you really thought I was gonna stay serious?
Wait, what's this here sauce?
What's this here sauce? Yeah, he made that. What's this here sauce? No, that ain't it. Girl, let me tell you the real history behind this Lowry seasoning salt. You know, they call it Lowry seasoning salt.
Lowry.
It's really Larry seasoning salt. It's old slave Larry in the kitchen. You know, he cooking. He done knocked the spice rack off. He trying to hurry up and sweep all the seasons together and mix them all up.
What the Worcestershire sauce?
Yeah, so they put it off in one can and they shook it out. They said it's Larry season.
That's Larry season, not Larry's.
Yeah, they had to change it to Larry's because the white people took it.
That what that is?
But it's really Larry.
It was Larry season.
And he was cousin with the dude who made the Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, Worcestershire sauce. That's your Black history fact.
See, now y'all got it. We got a history fact about the Worcestershire sauce.
Now the first one about Madam C.J. Walker and my relative Freeman Ransom being her personal lawyer until the day she died. That's a real fact. The rest of it pure comedy. So don't get it. The Worcestershire.
I was believing that Larry's is Larry's. Yeah, you know Larry's. That's how we said in the country. Larry's.
Yeah, that's how they made it. All them seasons it got mixed together, and then it made the good old seasoning salt. See, at first when nobody eat it because they knew it came off the floor. They were like, "Don't touch that. That's Larry's."
That's Larry's season salt.
Yeah. So they see. So what they did, the Black people didn't eat it. They shook it on the white people food. They put on came over because they knew it came off the floor.
Oh, have mercy!
So they said him and Larry seasoning. So and they said, "My God, this is delicious."
So they gave themselves credit. They called it Larry's.
Bring me that can of seasoning salt.
put Larry's on it instead of Larry's.
On it.
Well, Larry, wherever you be, but the Popeyes, the Popeyes Louisiana chicken. Because I think didn't the season salt? It's a Creole season that they have as well, and I think it's
it might be old Larry. That's old Larry. Yeah,
Popeyes got that. That's that shit. That seasoning. And that that recipe did come from that Popeyes chicken. That's why it's so finger licking good, as they call it. It ain't KFC, but it really is good chicken. But you know, I'm kind of mad at Popeyes. Let me tell you why. Because it used to be they gave you some good meat. Now it's done got so commercialized that it's like you get this little bitty stuff for a whole lot of money. It don't work no more. I'm upset.
Yeah, I'm that's because it's a chicken shortage.
Is that what it is? It's a shortage on the chicken.
Yeah, they got more thighs and wings. How you run out of wings, but you still got thighs?
I know you better cut it up and make some wingets.
Yeah, something right.
Chop it up, make some thigh biscuits or something, some niblets or something.
Show getting scarce in New York now. You don't see them like you used to.
No, you don't. I can't mess around with that.
Well, can we?
We'll go ahead and go into this Black History Month.
Because I want to see some of this
for this week. So on February 12th, so we're gonna start back on last Sunday. On that day, I did not know this, and I know this is crazy. They talked about it, but it was scary. So February 12th, 1909 was the NAACP was founded. I did not know that. So y'all forgive me for that because I did not know. Also, I'm not going to read all these verbatim, but just to kind of give a little snippet. On the 13th, the first Black professional basketball team, the Renaissance, was organized as well. And then on the 13th, we had the Southern Christian Leadership Conference organized in New Orleans with Dr. Martin Luther King as the president. I did not know that either. See, they don't say all this stuff. We don't know about these little bitty things. Yeah. And then Morehouse on February 14th, Morehouse College, that's the all male college in Atlanta. Now it was in Augusta, Georgia. Then the institution was later moved to Atlanta. And the new registration laws in Tennessee abolished the racial distinctions in voting as well on that day. And I think Morehouse right across the street, they say across the street, but it's like, well, it really is. It's Spelman College. That's the all-female college that's there in Atlanta. Also, now this is something that was very interesting to me because I never knew this. The young lady, a baby 5 years old, her name was Sarah Roberts, and she was barred from an all-white school in Boston, Massachusetts. Her father's name was Benjamin Roberts, and he was pretty much well known after this. He stood in on her behalf and was like, well, why can't my child? He filed a lawsuit against the school for integration. He basically filed an integration lawsuit. It was like, why can't she go to this school? And this is in right around in 1855, somewhere around there, Massachusetts legislated finally outlawed public school segregation. So that was long before it even started here, like in the South. So the North, now I kind of see why most of our people from the South always migrated up north because a lot of that stuff was done away with up north. It was just the South. It was deep. It was bad. It was rough. So on the 15th of February, Black abolishments invaded a Boston courtroom and rescued a fugitive slave. I said, well, wait, hold on. See, all this stuff was going on up there and we didn't know about this. That's crazy. And also, we have, again, you touch bases on it. We kind of invented everything or founded a lot of stuff as well. Henry Lewis becomes the first Black to lead a symphony orchestra in the United States, and he was just 16 years. Oh, you see how, child, now I understand why it's important that we understand how this stuff happened. And I think that's kind of why it's just in our roots, why we're our kids, and even why we're so creative as a cult. I keep saying a culture, but why we're so creative as a people. And it goes back to slavery. They were creative then, but the mental part of it, I think, was tainted when they started the division between the house slaves and the field slaves and the what knockers, before I get before I go too far into that. But we are very creative people. So also on February the 16th, a New York City councilman passes a bill prohibiting racial discrimination in city assisted housing developments. So I'm like, dang, you mean to tell me it would go that far back? In the housing market? Oh, my lamb child. Wow. And even down to music. Now, I never heard of Bessie Smith. Oh, I have. I've never heard of her. But she has this song. I guess she was like the introduction to the blues. It's called Downhearted Blues. And it sold 800,000 copies for Columbia Records. She was like the first blues to hit that landmark ever. I've never heard her. You heard her? Yeah, I've heard her name, but I didn't know that fact. Wow. So these like little history facts that I gathered that these things happen throughout the week and these little landmarks, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm gonna keep going. We also have February the 17th, Congress passed a resolution readmitting Mississippi on the condition that it would never change its constitution to disenfranchise Blacks. Whew, that lovely state called Mississippi. Ain't that something? Oh, Mississippi. Yeah. And today, on that day, also our lovely Michael Jeffrey Jordan, the famous basketball player and former minor league baseball player, was born in New York City. I thought he was born somewhere else. Baby was born in New York. Okay. And of course, we know what he's known for. He's a well-rounded athlete, businessman. I mean, philanthropist, film and TV and author. And in 2016, he was the first, I guess, billionaire player in the NBA. I saw it coming. It was coming because he was doing all kind of stuff, just everything. And it's kind of like opening doors and paving the way. You don't just have to play basketball or baseball. That part, Jordan shoes. Look, and look how he just recently donated $10 million to Make-A-Wish. $10 million. You know what can I do with $10 million? You know, child. I just need to touch the hem. The largest gift ever. Right. That $10 million is like what $1 would be to us. That's that he ain't missing it. I would love to be in that position to give $10 million. You heard me? Look, it just got to keep on. I love that. Keep have to manifest that so I can just flip 10 million. Oh, like yes, ma'am. Keep that mojo going. 10 million. Yes, keep it going. And then on February the 17th as well, Virginia House of Delegates votes unanimously unanimous. Look at me, unanonymous. See that? Can't even get it right. To retire the state song, Carry Me Back to Old Virginia. And I was trying to find it, but I couldn't find it. But they said we done with this because it glorified slavery. So they were like, we're done. We're not doing this no more. So it was coming along, but that was in 97. That wasn't too long ago. I mean, it was 2030, but it wasn't too long ago. I know you finna say what you finna say. Say it. Oh, Johnny. We're not gonna do Johnny today. We're not gonna do Johnny today. So on today, back in 1688, this is the last day we gonna talk about today, and next week we will have the finale. But on today in 1688, our first formal protest against slavery by organized white body in English America made a Germantown Quakers like a monthly meeting. Like, that's disgusting. Like, why would you do that? Why? But nevertheless, hey, it is what it is.
I thought they said crackers, but okay.
It didn't say crack. It said white body.
And
then our lovely. So everybody know who Toni Morrison is, right? Did you participate? You was in high school. You participated in high school. Did you like school?
Yeah, I love school.
Did you like history?
Nobody had to make me. Yeah, no, I didn't like history.
You didn't like history?
No, it was not history.
Cause we had to read.
No, but I like to read anyway. I read all her novels.
Oh yes, honey. My favorite book of hers, God Help the Child. That was my favorite book of hers. But I liked all of them because I know we had to do a book report on what was it, Beloved. And I was like, why are we doing a book report on that book? But Toni Morrison, her birthday is today.
Oh, okay.
But she's no longer with us. She died in August of 2019, I believe is when it was. But she had stuff like Tar Baby, Jazz Paradise, Mercy. Let me see. Playing in the Dark was another one. Whiteness and the Literary Imagination, and it's another one. Dysautonomia. I don't know what that means. I haven't seen that or read that. And then Sula, and then the Song of Solomon. So those are all her works, and thank her, just a landmark. And I think they have a few movies of some of her work as well, of her books and articles and stuff like that she has written. So to our Black history, that's just the grays of what we have, who we are as a people, and why it's so important for us to stay strong in that. But I wanted to shine the spotlight on something that I think that most people don't know unless they really, really in sports, like Olympics and stuff like that. This young man from Chicago, Illinois, from the South Side, his mother's name is Shani Davis. Not much about his mom other than when he was a small child, he excelled in roller skating. He liked to skate a lot. So he did so well at it, he decided to put it on ice. So he decided ice skating, which made him he became the world's top skater, one of the world's top skaters. At the age of 17 years old, wow, he became the first American skater to earn spots on both the short track and long track in the junior world team. On February 18th, which is today, in 2006, in Turin, Italy, Shannon Davis became the first African American to win the gold medal in the individual Winter Olympics. Way to go, Shannon. You better do the darn thing, because I thought you may have been from another country. You just look dark. I did not realize that you were really an African American kid. So big ups to that. And then in 2005, he was a world all-around champion in Moscow, Russia. And then in 2010 Olympics, the Winter Games in Vancouver, Canada, he won gold and silver medals as well. So big ups to our born Chicago, Illinoisan. Shine that spotlight on that one young man, because I had no idea that he even did that. And I'm a sports person. Right. So I'm that crazy when I watch the Olympics. And I'll just sit there and go, where they come up with this sport from? I used to do that too. Like, you know that sport when they sit on the ice and they in this little tube, and it's like 2 or 3 of them. I don't know what you call it. And they get pushed, or they run, somebody run and then jump in it, and it goes through this little obstacle thing. Girl, I didn't know that was a sport. Oh, the lights done went out on us. Bobsled. I think that's what it's called. It's something with the sled in it. And I was like, so how do they calculate the points? Because all you doing is shoot. I don't know how they do that. What is it called? They go by the time, how fast you can get to the other side. Oh my land. Well, child, that's something. So I'm not one to be watching, trying to see if the U.S. All I care about is seeing if U.S. is up there. Are we in it? It don't matter who you are. Is you in? We in it. So we in it. But yeah, so that's our little Black history for today about this week and our facts, our lovely facts about Madam C. Walker.
Madam C.J.
And is it safe to call him Dr. Ramsey?
No,
Ransom?
He was her personal lawyer.
Okay,
Freeman Ransom.
Freeman Ransom. Okay, see that's your family. Shut the front door and close the window.
Ain't that something? My cousin is also the lead singer of Sly and the Family Stone.
Shut up! See, we getting all kind of history stuff up in here.
Stewart.
Awesome. Look, we gonna have to get some of your peoples to come here and
well, he in California. So that's not
yeah. It might. We got to show. We got people in. He's like, he ain't gonna do. He ain't going nowhere. He tired.
Yeah, he done. I talked to my cousin often. His daughter on social media and stuff. But now he okay in his little cubby hole where he at.
I think most people, when you get to a certain age, it's like, I'm done. I did all that in my yesteryears. You had to catch me back then. I'm done.
Carried on his legacy. She actually performs his song.
Awesome.
The band, the Family Stone band. She's the lead singer.
Hey,
her name is Raw Fun. Her mother played the horn. The band. Her name was Sylvia.
Awesome. See, look, history is all around us every day, all the time. All the time it's history.
Yes, indeed.
So we're gonna move forward to our next segment. And this is our bald or fade segment. And oh boy, I'm just gonna let you take over this one. Because I'm just gonna pass on the mic and let Miss Cotton take over the ball to fade segment. Because we have a question from a young man that's 23 years old. He's from Dallas.
Yeah,
there you go. There go cousin. Look at cousin up there on the screen. So before we go about to say, there he is. Look at it. Look. Yeah, definitely got the nose. Yes, Lord. And the eyebrows. And I'm eyes. So on our next segment, this is Bald or Fade segment. We have a young man, 23 years old, from Dallas, Texas. He wanted to remain anonymous, but he says, why do women say they want a gentleman, but don't respect him or try taking advantage of him when they get him? So I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna let Cotton tell people. Answer this, baby. Answer that, baby.
Well, it sounds like this is a personal situation that happened to him, because this is not a general thing that happens. Because most women that say they want a gentleman, when they do come across a true gentleman, they respect him as such. Now, what he looking at looked like that she saw a sucker and he got licked. That's when he say taking advantage, because he confusing being a gentleman is opening car doors. A gentleman is, hey, let me take your trash to the dumpster for you. A gentleman not here, let me give you $40 for this, let me give you $50 for this, let me feed you, let me do. That's not a gentleman, that's a trick. So maybe he was doing that behavior and doing with his mind what he felt was being a gentleman, but he was showing her that that's his love language.
Wow.
And it feels like he got taken advantage of, because she got what she could get from him and probably didn't want to deal with him no more. Now he felt like she got what she can get and burnt out. And now he blamed it on because he was a gentleman. No, it's not that, because when a man is a true gentleman, you'll never go wrong.
Well, this is
smell
true.
Good and be a gentleman. You'll never go wrong.
Yeah, smell good.
Because even a gutter sniper recognizes a gentleman.
Oh, well, this is true.
Yeah.
This is true. Well, young man, I'm sure you're listening or watching. You just got your answer. You got licked, baby.
Yeah, you was a sucker. You got licked.
Yeah, basically that's what happened. And for the record, if it's one of those situations where maybe he meant more in what he was saying, I don't know, or didn't look at it that way. But if it was more so about, if she's talking to you crazy or I don't know, because everybody's different. Yeah. When it comes to when you're meeting people, it's all about understanding who you're dealing with. Not all women are bad women. They do and with all good intentions looking for a good man, if that's what you mean. Because like you said, a gentleman It's just what he is. He open the car doors, you know, that kind of stuff. He ain't so readily giving out no money like that. You know, I'll pick up that tab. That's just the right thing to do, I guess. But for the most part, young man, you got licked. Sorry. Nevertheless, this is just a statement about love. And before I even go here with this question or with this question, it's something about you that most people don't know, that you are ordained. Is that right? Minister,
yes,
licensed minister.
I am an ordained minister.
So most people don't know that outside of the comedy and all that other extra stuff, they don't know that you actually are a licensed and ordained minister.
Yes, I am.
And you have some things that you have coming up here, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But I think this next question is ever so fitting because you'll be doing counseling and all of that stuff as well for people as well.
I will be officiating weddings. One of the requirements, the only thing I ask is for them to take my compatibility class. The class is called Is You Ready Though?
Is You Ready Though?
And it's just going to go through a series of questions that people need to ask before they even say I do.
Well,
to cut down on all these divorces of people impulsively get married, just to fulfill a need or to whatever it is. If I am going to marry them, then I want to create covenant marriages. I don't want to just be linking people together and next. No, because I didn't go through what I went through having 6 husbands and I have experienced over the scale every type of different relationship issue a person can have. Who is not better to counsel a couple on their relationship but me?
Well, life in itself is experiences.
And I just want to change the narrative, and I want to give couples an opportunity to put things on the table before they get months down into the marriage,
or years for that matter,
or years down into the marriage. Let's get it out in the beginning, so the rest of the marriage can be fruitful without no secrets, without out no insecurities. I would like to talk to the couple separately. And get to the bottom of things. I like to ask the man, did you suffer any childhood trauma that she doesn't know about? Because as a minister, then they have the privilege to share what they need to share with me, and I can't tell anyone else.
Exactly. That's
because it's a clergy privilege. And so that opens up the door for men to really have someone to talk to and purge before they get with their woman and trying to be the best they can, but the shadows of their past is hunting them, and they have not dealt with things in their past, traumas that happened with them, and they trying to have you can't have a fruitful relationship until you deal with the past, because it's going to spill over into your relationship. So that's what I'm doing. Besides just officiating weddings, I'm trying to keep these marriages together. Anybody can get married. I'm living proof. I did it 6 times. No problem. But I'm trying to help people
stay married.
That part. And so the name of it is Yo Justice and Peace Groovy Wedding Shack.
Hot diggity. Now, what in the whole?
It's gonna be like Vegas, baby. It's gonna be everything. It's gonna be rainbow, this, that, the other. It's gonna be It's gonna be a destination location for people to come to me to get married.
What in the name, honey?
Now I just got to find the building, but it's on.
What in the name? Okay, repeat. What's the name of it again?
It's called It's Your Justice and Peace. Groovy Wedding Shack.
What?
I'm Your Justice.
It's Your Justice. Wedding Shack.
You just left the piece out.
And then see, listen. Look, y'all, for real, we gotta come on down.
It's not that hard. Have you heard of a Justice of the Peace?
Yeah, it's Your Justice and Peace.
I'm trying to help
Wedding Shack, right? Wedding Shack, groovy. Look, child, I'm have to say that a few times. Let it marinate. I'm reading out the billboard. Look, y'all got to come. So the reason why I wanted you to do that.
Do you have any church crackers or anything here? I'm hungry.
On the church. We don't have no church
crackers.
No snacks. No snack. crack. Not yet. But
now later.
She said a whole now later. But I brought this in because I wanted you to bring that in and speak about that, because I think this next this question is ever so fitting. It's about love. And the question was, can you still be in love with someone and not like them at the same time? Now, I know you can love somebody and just can't stand them, just don't like them for the moment. But can you really be in love with someone and just not like them?
Well, it's possible if you're separating the two, because you can be in love with someone, but you don't love their mannerisms. You don't like the way they treat you. You don't like the things they do to you. And a lot of people think they're in love, but really they have trauma bonds. They have trauma in common with each other.
What brought them together?
Yeah, and they feel like they can't leave them. They ride or die type love, so they confuse it with being in love. But if you with somebody and you don't like them, you need to get away from them. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody can do time with people. You can count the years.
Well, you're right about that.
All that stuff. But if you with somebody that you don't like, you don't have no business being in their space.
Well,
with them.
Well,
because you can care for somebody, you can care about their well-being, but you're not really in love like you think you are if you don't like them.
Well, you mentioned trauma bonds, because I think that does bring a lot of people together. Yeah. It's a lot, and we mistake that.
Like being in love, it really do. But that's what I'm saying. That's how it's toxic there. Because it ain't no separation. If you in love with me, then you can't say you don't like me. Now you can say you don't like something I did,
right?
But you can't say I like you, I love you, but I don't like you. That's not gonna work for me, because that's a dual mindset, and it's just not gonna work for me.
Yeah. So the definition of love is an intense affection for another person based on a personal or familial ties. The deep tenderness, affection, and concern felt for a person with whom one has a relationship. So that's just love. But when you're in love, we could take that to the whole biblical side of that perspective. And love, it's not blind. I think it's 2 Corinthians or something like that. It's not blind. It doesn't boast. When you truly are in love with someone, you don't keep count of the wrongdoings. You don't. It's almost like you giving your life up for that other person, and vice versa. There is no keeping tallies, no tit for tat. There's none of that. It's none of that. I truly, when I say that I love you, the person. So ultimately, whatever you do to yourself to hurt yourself, you're hurting me too. So if you love me, you will understand it goes the same way. So I used to hear, and this is what a young lady had asked me years and years ago. I was still early married, my first marriage, and I would see this young lady at work. We would go back and forth. I would see her when I'm coming in. She's usually leaving. Well, this particular day, I came in late, and she was leaving a little early from work. And she looked at me. She was coming down the stairs, and I always spoke to her just casually. And she says, "Hey," I said, "Hey, how you doing? You okay?" She said, "Well, I just have a quick question for you." So she pulled me to the side, and I had no idea where this is coming from. I just knew she looked like she was in distress. And she said, if you fall in love with someone, is there ever a such way to fall out of love with them? And if so, can you get it back? And I'm looking at her like, wait, what do you mean? Can you fall in love with somebody and then fall out of love with them? Is there a way that you can get it back? So I told her, I thought about it for a second. And I told her, I said, give me a minute. Because I don't truly believe that a person can fall out of love. I just don't believe that. I just believe we make decisions and we stop.
Well, that's what I mean by trauma bonds.
Yeah.
Because a person can feel like they are in love with another person because of what they have in common. But the issue is when the other person starts to heal, then they feel like they're falling out of love. They're not falling out of love. They don't have anything in common anymore. So that's what that feeling is.
Because the other person may not have healed, and they're clingy. Yeah.
See, when you meet somebody and both of y'all vibrating low vibrational spirits at the same time or whatever, and that's how y'all bond. When the other person start elevating, it's gonna feel like that person don't love you no more. Wow. It's gonna feel like that person don't have nothing in common with you no more, because it was a trauma. And I'm not saying everybody that feel that way, but anytime somebody have any conflict, any contradiction, saying they in love with somebody but they don't like them, there's a conflict there.
Interesting. That's interesting. You know, and with that being said, I can certainly relate to that. And there it is. It's 1 Corinthians 13:4-5. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongdoings. So my thing with that, and what I shared with this young lady, I told her, you never fall out of love with anybody. There's no such thing as I fell in love with you, now I fall out. We fall out of love. I said, you just stopped. I said, if you really want to know how to get it back, go back to that point when you said, I'm done. When you said, I quit. When you said, I throw in the towel, I no longer love you anymore. Because we genuinely, naturally love one another. But at some point, what is it that this other person may have been doing, or maybe you stopped doing, or it seems like it's aggravating to you? And as you so genuinely said, that one person may have evolved. Yeah. And because I'm not on that same level of evolution with them, now I feel like you don't love me anymore.
Yeah, and it's hard to be in the same space with someone that you don't have that in common. You don't have anything in common with anymore. It's just hard because everything gonna feel like an attack.
Oh yeah, I can see that. And that is the one thing that I truly I thought about when, you know, as far as when you're talking with people, even counseling with them about love. Is such a strong word. It's not to be played with. And I tell people that all the time. Don't tell me, oh, I love you. Because we got it bad to just casually say, oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. And that's definitely not the case. That's definitely not the case. And you don't take take that for granted. And it goes back again to the 1 Corinthians when it mentioned about love being patient. We have to understand that with love, there is patience. And just because I may not be on the same page that you're on, or just because at this moment we don't see eye to eye, or maybe not agree to certain things, it does not mean that I don't love you anymore. And I can't get mad at you when I'm not getting what I need from you, because it comes back to that communication part.
Right.
All starts with communication, and you got to be transparent and honest, because I ain't never known.
That's why that foundation got to be straight before you even get to the point. Then you won't be feeling like you falling in and out of love.
That part. Communicate. You gotta talk, and men don't like to talk. Some men don't.
Well, because we have to learn their language. Men don't like to be talked at. That's why they don't like to talk.
There you go.
They don't like when you say, okay, well, you finna hear everything I feel, and what you got to say. Instead of having a conversation. See, sometimes we got to be still. Sometimes we have to listen. And because if we be still long enough, they'll talk.
Yeah, and they'll show you too.
They might mumble something. You like, why you don't ever get the dishes out the kitchen every time, something. And they may not answer right away, but they be like, you always want me to wash the dishes. You don't ever wash the dishes. That's the dialogue. Why are y'all not sharing the dishwasher? You done put him in that role. This your job. This what you do. And he's always washing the dishes. People get tired of washing dishes. Why you can't help him wash dishes?
That's interesting.
But instead of having a dialogue, you know, if he mumble that, you always watch it. Yeah, because I cook the food. I do this.
Yeah, just tired.
The least you can do is wash the dishes.
Right. Yeah, that is nagging.
Instead of saying, you know what, I'll catch them a few times. I catch the dishes a few times. Whatever, you know. Instead of, you know, it's too much like right. And that's why I'm trying to change the narrative. Oh, baby, my class is going to be on a whole different level because we finna cut all this foolish. You Yeah, you getting a glimpse of it when I be answering these love questions that got city, because we finna get straight to the chase.
Yeah, now, get down to it.
No, ain't no, we ain't finna sugarcoat anyway, because we got love diabetes going around.
Love diabetes,
love diabetes, so we sugarcoat everywhere.
Oh, we can't be sugarcoating no love.
With the insulin of truth. And shoot it right in the side of your stomach.
Right there. Right there. Well, it's important. Communication is like the key to everything. And you can't, why are you getting angry? You just can't get mad. And I don't know if it's us as women as a whole, because some of my girlfriends in relationships are married, and I'm like, you want this man to do this, and that for you. Well, he should already know how to do it. I said, well, is it fair for him to say you should already know what he need when he in the bedroom? Because that's not true. Just because, come on, girl. Like, it's annoying because they're not listening. Yeah. You ask this man to tell you something, and when he's telling you, you get angry.
Because we want to be right. We want to be so right, we don't stop and think about the reason why he don't know how to love you, because he has not had an example of how to love a woman. He was raised by a single woman who had boyfriend after boyfriend, uncle after uncle, this uncle, this, that, and the other. He didn't have an example. He's trying to love off of what he know, and that's nothing. So he's building from nothing. He going off what he done seen on movies, heard from his homeboys, or what he think. He going off your clues, because you thinking he know everything. He thinking you gonna teach him how to love. So both of y'all at a standstill. Yeah,
and I don't remember who. Oh, I think it was Juanita Bynum when she got married. And she had this. I think she wrote a book, "Teach Me How to Love You." And the only way you can teach me how to love you is that I have to be open to learning as well. So you can't just tell somebody, you can't ask them, teach me how to love you, and they're showing you and the way that they know how, and you get angry. You can't, that's you gotta be open to it. You know, if he says, hey, I like when you do this, or I appreciate it when you don't talk to me this way, it doesn't mean that he's not listening to you. It's just could be some trauma tied to that. Some men just don't like conflict. They don't like controversy.
That would be so amazing if us women could put our pride and ego to the side,
because we have it,
and actually let the men tell us what we need to do to fix it. Because we don't want to hear it. Like I said, we want to be right. And even when we hearing him say stuff that makes all the sense in the world, we can't let them know we agree, because we feel like, oh, if he right, he gonna have the upper hand. Well, it's not a competition, and that's what the problem is. If you really trying to build this thing, if you really trying to make it work, listen. It's so many men, including my former husband, who took his life, who cannot speak on things that happened to them, things that are happening to them now, how they suffering from racism and suffering from stuff on their job, and then they got to come home to you and arguing about why they ain't washing no dishes.
Wow. Yeah.
And they can't talk to you because you already in your feelings. You all the way in your feminine vibe, and you want all the attention. You, as soon as he come to the door, you telling him about your day, and this, that, and happened, and this happened. Hey, did you stop and say how was your day? No, you didn't, because you done went on fussing about why his socks is in the floor, and he never get a chance to talk about how his day was.
Right. Because he never had the opportunity to do it.
No, and it's a repeat. This is years. This how people can say they done fell out of love, because this is the routine. This is the rut. And rent is high. People not finna up and move, so they just settled into being nothing every day, wasting hours where they could be with a mate that is loving on them, listening to them, and helping them grow. But they rather stay where they at because it's comfortable. That's why people say they in love, but they don't like somebody. You're not in love. You're comfortable, and you don't want to move.
Oh, well, we're gonna go to another part, and it's like the after dark. And this is Miss Regina. She's 26 and she's from Waco, Texas. She says, I've been in a relationship with my college sweetheart for 6 years. He is only the second person I have been intimate with. I love him, and I'm pretty sure that we will end up marrying. Neither of us have ever cheated. like I think his problem is that I'm having doubts about my lack of experience with other men. I'm not saying I want to sleep around with random men, but I would like to experience intimacy with someone else. So I won't wonder what if when I'm older and married. Am I wrong for this?
Yes, they wrong for that. You know why? Because they haven't reached out 6 years later. Baby, you should have sold your oats in the beginning of y'all relationship.
That part.
Y'all 6 years in now. You should have figured out what other thing felt like in the beginning of that. Like for real. Now y'all 6 years in and y'all not legally married, but y'all kind of are. If y'all were abiding with each other and all that stuff.
Common law.
Baby, you just gonna have to wonder what other thing feel like, because you should have got out there like other women that had they little experimental times and they tried some different sizes like Cinderella shoes.
The grass ain't green.
Goldilocks and the three bears. This one too big. This one too little. This one just right. You didn't go off and do that in the beginning. Now 6 years later, you with this man. You wondering already with this man. How you gonna bring up a conversation to even say, I need to go try somebody else? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it leads to physical, even though she's talking about intimacy with another man.
I'm thinking intimate.
Physical. Intimate.
Well, but I thought she was just beating around the bush.
Put the question back up there again. Oh, what she said again? She said her experience, my lack of experience with other men.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even experiencing intimacy with somebody else is too late, because now you're emotionally cheating.
Yes, because she's already there.
Yeah,
she's already cheated.
Yeah, and you really want to leave. And this is the thing: just because you have done 6 years with this man, don't mean you have to stay with him.
That part.
Because if you having these thoughts that you need to try somebody else, you really do, because the world is much more bigger than you're just 26, love. You just 26.
26 years old.
If you're not sure that that's the ding-a-ling you want to settle down with for the rest of your life,
hot diggity dog.
Then like for real, if you feel like there's other ones out there you need to try, then go out and do your thing, but don't sneak off and do it. Don't create a whole nother situation. Be honest with the man and let him know how you feel. And if he ain't with that, he'll release you. And guess what? It's gonna be a whole sausage party, honey. That ain't the only one in the sea. It's a smoke catfish in the sea.
Look, and truth of the matter is, men don't take lightly to our honesty. I'm gonna tell you, you can be brutally honest and tell him all day long, yeah, I think I want to start doing blah 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 blah, and he may just go with it. So you think, but just remember what you dish out. You got to be willing to take it, because I don't think you're gonna be able to handle. Oh, okay, so this what we doing? Bet. So he go get his too.
Yeah, and on a serious note, you really don't want to let all these strange spirits up in your womb.
That
like
part.
Yes, that's the other part of that in your experimentation. You don't want to let all these other strange spirits up in your womb. You don't want to get ran through and then think you finna come back to him. Now that'll be real wrong of you. So I think if you having thoughts about being with somebody else, you need to go and release this young man and go out and be a whoremonger in peace.
And she said be a whoremonger in peace. Baby, listen, it don't get better. It's the same old thing. I'm just gonna be on, unless you have a demon ding ding. If she had that demon ding ding, she probably wouldn't be having this question.
I just got delivered from that.
So I'm gonna assume she's speaking in terms of physical intimacy rather than the emotional part of it. It's got to be, because she said neither of us has ever cheated, even though she didn't say physical. She said, but I don't want to go further down the line and we get married, and I'm wondering what would it be like if I would have been with this person or that person. Yeah. So right now, baby, even though y'all never cheated as you think, you already are.
Yeah.
Because cheating starts right here first. It's the thought, baby. Get delivered. But I'm going to tell you right now, even if you do go back out there, I'm just going to tell you, even if you do go and you decide to sever ties with this young man, you're going to learn real quickly that grass is not green on the other side. It's a true statement. It's just a green light shining on brown grass. I promise you that. So you might want to reevaluate your whole thought process, pray about it. You don't have to necessarily tell him what your thoughts are at this moment because you still in safe zone. But if it's something that you're repetitively doing, I strongly recommend you go get some help, get delivered from that. Because if you thinking about it now and y'all ain't married, when you get married, it's gonna come back up again.
She just solved the problem. She done already tried some more.
Yo, that part.
She having second thoughts because that other one she tried wasn't like that 6 year thing. That new thing had a little jump to it, boy.
She didn't get that demon ding ding. That's what it was. She needed demon ding ding. Oh my goodness. So the next question is Cynthia, 45, from Chicago, Illinois. She said, I'm a 45-year-old woman with an income over $400,000 a year. All right, banker. She said, I work hard and love what I do as a mortgage broker here in Chicago. My problem? About 6 years ago, my sister and her husband borrowed money from me to fix their home so they could sell it. After it sold, not only did they not pay me back, but bought a new house. I asked them, when will I get my money? And lies, lies, lies are the song of the day. I don't do holidays or any socializations with my family because I don't want to be around them. I just want she said, I just want my damn money. I am at my wit's end. Should I take them to court or cut my losses? Yolanda, you want to go?
Yeah.
Tell you about that one.
I think you should go ahead and take them to court and stop allowing this to rob you of moments that you could have with your family because of this ongoing thing. And in the future, never loan more than you can give away.
That part. Well, I mean, obviously she had it to give.
No, she didn't because she's crying about it.
See, could it be because of her family?
To give, even when they don't pay you back, it's not gonna stop you from going around your family. It's not gonna have you in the uproar like that. You're not finna be chasing it. When you truly loan somebody money that you have and you don't ever check on it, you don't check on it. You be forgetting they owe it to you. That if you can't be in that state of mind, don't loan it.
You think that maybe they rubbing it in her face a little bit, the new house and all that stuff?
In her own face. She the one going on their page and
looking
at the
this
new
is
house
true
and
too.
Stuff. Yeah, she looking.
And she stopped going around family because she don't want to be around them.
Yeah,
she said
she don't want to hear about it.
Well,
she don't want to hear about how well they doing it because they owe her back. But at the end of the day, anybody who has bought a house know about that process. They don't have no money. They don't have any money. And maybe they trying to get her money. Maybe they trying to get themselves established and situated before they pay her back. See, what we do, we see somebody look like they doing better or doing well. And they say, oh, where my money at? You owe me.
First thing you want to do.
But don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I think, but if she really feel that strongly about them owing her some money, instead of talking about it and being her feelings, take them to court and let the law decide. Let the law put a judgment in. And if they don't pay you, then there you have it.
Because she never said she said the lies, the song of the day when she asked them about her money, when she gonna get her money back. So you're right. It's time to put the legal process in place. It may hurt the family tie or what if there ever was one, because I can't see it.
It's just her. She's the only one. Her family having a funky good time without her. They probably glad she ain't
right, because she probably snoozed mad, sitting there.
She the one in the family with the money.
Right.
She the one she the one think she better than everybody.
That part, I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that.
And the whole family like, man, forget her. You ain't got to pay her back.
Yeah, she all right. She got it.
Yeah, she got it.
Look at what she doing. Yeah. So if the money is that important to you, go to court. His mama, she said it's her damn money. That's what she said.
That's what I'm saying. Let the law handle it.
Yeah, go on, take him to court, baby. That's a lot of money.
And start going back to your family holidays and stuff, baby.
Yeah,
Unless you didn't want to be around them anyway, that's your excuse. You
right.
Don't want to be around your family anyway because they broke and you scared they gonna beg from you.
Right.
You didn't want to be around them anyway. Girl, quit playing.
And it is a true statement. Don't lend nothing you have any intentions on getting back.
Right.
Just don't give it out. I mean, if they wanted it, you should have already had a contract. Girl, I'm big on contract. Put it in writing. You're gonna pay me at this time. If you don't, I'm taking you to court. Yep. Family or no family. Money is the root of all evil. And it doesn't mean money is bad. It's the root of all evil. When you start mixing business and pleasure, you start lending money to your family members and your so-called friends. Yeah.
Where you do anything.
Oh yeah, that too.
That's the root.
That's the one thing that'll destroy anything is money.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And they know they owe you as well. So again, take it. This is a legal matter. I mean, I get that you put your income out there. That's cute.
I was about to say, and that's why the family don't like her.
Yeah, that's cute.
They really hit a lick.
Yeah, right.
They told her to go get the money from her.
Exactly, because
they already knew they wasn't gonna pay it back when they got it.
Exactly.
Right. Why she got to throw up what she make?
Exactly. I'm like, at that point, I'm like, she just threw that, just casually put that out there. So that's interesting. Mm-hmm. So baby, go and take them to court. Good luck if you get anything out of it. Because most they probably do is put a lien on the house for whatever that is that you owe them, or they may just, depending on the rest of that, the judge might just throw it out. Look at it, he just might throw it out, or she might just throw it out. So take them to court. Yeah. So here's a question from Lawrence. He's 48 years old from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He said, I am a divorce. Well, wait, I've been divorced I am a divorcee, after 24 years of marriage. Wow. My ex-wife and I just grew apart with the views on romance, money, sex, and other interests. Wow. My best friend, Wanda, I see where this going. Since the 5th grade, he 48? Has always been there for me. Oh, I know where it's going. Okay, let me read this. Has always been there for me as I was there for her during her divorce 7 years ago. My dilemma is that I think we are falling for each other and have been hanging out, and it's been refreshing. Oh, that's something we touched on. We have not had sex, just enjoying each other's company. We recently ran into my ex-wife at a restaurant with her girlfriends, and it felt very awkward. Should I ignore my ex or wait for love?
Lawrence.
Wait for it. Here it comes.
You got more years behind you than in front of you. We grown. You've been loving Wanda.
That part.
The time done came. She free, you free.
There you go.
Don't, because y'all already been kissing and hunching and sucking titties and going on. You might well go all the way.
You might as well, just because you didn't physically have sex.
Stop worrying about what people gonna think. But what you need to do is don't go to no restaurant. You know your ex be frequenting. You saw her at that restaurant. Don't go to that one no more. Take one out a little further outside the perimeter of y'all neighborhood. But you enjoy Wanda. You love on Wanda. Wanda been wanting you, baby.
And you been wanting Wanda since the 5th grade.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Because why did you put that out there like that?
Been loving Wanda since she was musty on the school bus.
Wanda was who you really wanted. Yeah. Something happened where y'all kind of grew apart in the 5th grade.
So go for it. I'm rooting for you, Lawrence. I'm going to do it. Go for it. Tell Wanda to stop this foolishness. Ain't nobody. We too old for this. What she waiting on?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. First of all, put that question back here. Lawrence, I just got a question. You said y'all ran into your ex-wife at a restaurant with her girlfriends and it felt very awkward. So your ex-wife didn't say nothing? Why it felt awkward? You free.
Yeah,
she your ex for a reason.
Looking and whispering.
Why don't that's your insecurity, bro? You let that go. I never done no man to get that up. Why would I feel be upset?
I have a feeling Wonder fine as hell. See, Wonder.
Is that what that is?
Wonder was a tomboy when they was growing up. Wonder came up out them bag of clothes.
She had a glow up. Is that?
Yeah, it made him start to wonder. Wait a minute.
Wonder had a glow up.
Wonder had him wondering. That's what happened. That's why they all these years and they ain't mess around. Wonder was old studs.
But you know what was crazy? Because once she divorced 7 years prior or something like that, and said I've been there for her 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So
she's been divorced and waiting on him to make his mind up.
So I'm going ahead and say, you been messing with Wonder.
He's sticking in, but he did everything else.
Yeah. Until your divorce is final. It's time now. Go on, Joe.
They done hunched fast and furiously, boy. They was hunching.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, go ahead and do your thing. Y'all gone. Y'all both got exes. Y'all good. You good. Go on, Lawrence. Handle your business. Yeah. Anywho, here's Marshall or something like that. 41 from the Colony, Texas. She said, my husband and I have been married for 10 years and it is a wonderful marriage. Oh, that's so sweet. We love each other very much, never argue and get along great. We have a 2-year-old child. Oh God. Whew. Recently, I found a sex tape online of my husband with a girl I knew from the neighborhood. The video was taken without his knowledge and is from 13 years ago. Because of this, I am not upset about it. Wait, what? I am upset about it? I'm not upset about it. She said, my question is, should I bring this to his attention? And if so, how? I feel he needs to know it's out there. I'm reacting to this as a wife would. I don't know how he may react. Take it to the grave or not. I'm gonna let you say something.
This what happened to him when you go digging for stuff.
Looking for
shit. You know why you found that sex tape? Because you know his ass went looking for something.
Just looking.
He already know it's out there. He was hoping you ain't find it. You ain't got to tell him he got a sex tape out there. He already know. He was there in the room.
13 years ago.
Yeah,
3 years before y'all were married.
Yeah, he know about it. How you know he don't know about it? That's what she said. He don't know it's out there. How you know he don't know?
That
y'all ain't discussed that.
Exactly. She said he didn't know he was being filmed without his knowledge. How you know that?
That's what I'm saying. What they doing it, and he looking around and stuff in the video. I'm just saying, baby, your husband know that video is out there. What you need to do is politely moonwalk your butt off that browser and keep it to yourself, because you ain't had no business even digging for that.
You go looking for stuff, you gonna find it.
Yeah, you are, because when you talking about he needs to know, it's after like you trying to protect him. Now you say he needs to know so you can confront him about it, and then you gonna hang it over his head and have him feeling guilty for that. Now he doing all kind of favors for you and stuff because he guilty about something that happened 13 years ago.
Right, you let that man, girl, let that go. Leave it alone.
What are you thinking about you 13 years ago, girl?
It ain't even a matter of taking it to your grave. Did he do something in that video that he ain't doing with you?
Clearly.
And if you want him to do it, just initiate it.
Really? See, she.
Just saying.
Let me tell you something. See, she better than me. I would have flipped the script. I was like, baby, I found this video.
That part.
I need this cat right here.
Right.
I don't know what year this was when you was in your prime, but we finna watch this video and study.
Right.
Because you ain't doing none of this now. Yeah, you ain't did none of this. Yeah, I need you to go pull your video up that I found. Being nosy, yes, I did. But now that I found it, I need you to go study what you did, because you ain't doing none of that. All we doing is missionary in the science school. And I done seen you do. You look like you was auditioning for the Olympics and that all kind of twists and turns.
He might got a keg in front of him now. He can't do it.
Yeah, you finna quit drinking them beers. Your stamina gone. I watched that video for 30 minutes straight.
Got me hiding,
Boy, we can't make it through the beginning of Law and Order Special special victim unit introduction, and you ready to go to sleep.
Oh my gosh! See,
let's watch the video. See, I'm a different breed. I'm a different type of woman. We gonna watch the video together because this what I need you. I need this cat from the 90s. I need him back. I need him. Yeah.
I like how she just politely put that in there. She don't have no problem. They get along great. Of course y'all do. And are you you dug and found this? Something happened. 13. Exactly. Y'all been married 10. How long were y'all together before that? Before y'all got married?
Because she's one of them women when it's too good to be true. You
see, she's sabotaging, trying to sabotage.
I'm glad your eyeballs got burnt. I'm glad you're seeing what you're seeing.
Now, incorporate. If he doing something in that video that happened 13 years ago, just incorporate. I'm just saying. Incorporate, just ask him.
Yeah, just really. Now, really, she need to keep it to herself. But at the time of this taping and us reading this thing, she done already said something.
She done said something about it.
She asked her for.
She done said something. Got that man done tore up her house, just messing up stuff.
Yeah, but that's on her being nosy.
But what happened before y'all, baby girl? That's before y'all. You can't
13
that let it go, sugar. Let it go. And then she mentioned they have a 2-year-old child. What they got to do with
anything?
It
ain't got nothing to do with nothing because they take 13 years old.
Right. You got a 2-year-old. That baby.
That don't have nothing to do with nothing.
So what you trying to do? What you trying to say? I'm confused why you threw the 2-year-old in there. So I get it.
He need to leave her. I wouldn't trust
her. He just gonna leave it just up and go.
Yeah.
She's snooching. What
you doing out on the deep internet looking for
and I found the old flick.
Yeah, she had to really be digging.
Well, look.
What she type in to find?
Right. She said she found. Put that question. Did she find a video or was she on online? She said, online. Oh, I found a sex tape online of my husband with the girl I knew from my name. Okay, well, I missed that whole part.
A girl
from that neighborhood.
From the neighborhood.
Marshall, girl, let it go. Leave it alone.
Yeah, because see what happened was while she dig and look, she done saw a picture of him with her on his Facebook page. So she done went to her page
and
where her
digging.
Name was tagged, found out her real name, and started Googling stuff under her name. And then the sex tape came up under her name, and she was in the tape doing it with her.
Oh, that's what that was.
That's how she found it.
That's how she found it.
And that's what you
get.
I used to be an investigator. I used to do that too.
Investigate, see what this.
Baby, tell you something. Women, we be hurting our own feelings. Don't you know how much bliss you could be in if you quit being nosy? Stay out these men phones. Quit trying to find dirt on them. If he not beating on you, if he not doing nothing to show you otherwise, stop trying to find something wrong unless you are looking for your exit. If you're looking for a reason to leave, that's the only reason why you start digging for stuff that's wrong. Otherwise, let it be. Enjoy the moment because you're gonna always find some dirt.
Right.
If you find more deep dirt enough, you will find something.
Yes.
Stop digging.
Yes.
Before you look up and you 6 feet down in the grave, you done dug and all your dirt come back falling on top of you.
I know it. Let it go. Stop sabotaging. Stop sabotaging. So what we got coming up next for you, Kyle?
Oh, look, ain't that cute? Look at me. Look,
look, you and
look handsome.
Yeah,
Okay, so let me share this exciting
news. Yes. What we got coming up?
I'm about to start filming a reality show called Stud Love. And it's following my journey as LaCorey.
Yeah. Woohoo!
And my journey as LaCotton. We're both looking for love.
Now, how the heck that's going to happen?
I don't know, but LaCorey wants a girlfriend.
Oh, my lamb.
But LaCorey is a vegetarian stud. You know,
he don't eat chicken.
LaCorey don't eat no red chicken. So LaCorey is looking for love under those terms. And that I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to get no spoilers.
Well, no spoilers for the
show. But it's a wild ride. I mean, you've seen some Lil Corey's Adventures, the Cheetahs episode.
Yes.
Where he got caught
hilarious.
With his wife. Lil Corey, you was there at Lil Corey's recent court appearance for child support.
Child support, and it wasn't even this
young
baby.
lady took Lil Corey to court for child support. A 5-year-old son. 5 years ago, see, Lil Corey was really on it back then. Lil Corey
really getting in.
What he do? He go fishing. He go get the girl, bring her back to his apartment.
Hot diggity dog.
And you know, do as much as he can before they find out he ain't got nothing down there.
Then send them on their way.
And send them on it, but you know,
he got caught up.
Yeah, but this time, you know, he sent one off, and my son was there that night. He pulled on in the room, and that's who got her pregnant.
Well, now Lil Corey don't have the tube.
Yeah, Lil Corey didn't get her pregnant.
Corey didn't do that.
So
not at all. Corey didn't do it.
We already know about Lil Corey shenanigans. We already know what type of you know, Lil Corey is an international player. I ain't been out the country, but they heard about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna be looking for love as well, because I really am looking for a companion that's okay with me wearing this beard and me being Lil Corey.
So, do you mean a male companion?
Yeah,
a male companion. Okay,
yeah, I need a girlfriend for Lil Corey, and I need a man for me.
Oh, hot diggity dog. Well, wait, because that can go both ways. It could be like,
I'm gonna go both ways.
Oh, well, my lamb. Well, there you have it, folks.
There you have it.
I ain't gonna even try to explain that.
I'm not eating no wet chicken. Neither one of us are eating chicken. Neither one of us is eating. Neither one of us.
Well, congratulations, definitely, on all that you're doing. You're such a diverse person.
To this, because you know the beautiful thing about it is, this is the manifestation of me trusting God along my journey.
Yes,
and you know how long I have been saying I just want the world to hear my story.
Yes,
I'll be able to share my story in this reality show, because I'm about to bring reality back to reality.
Yes, because I don't know what it is now. It ain't reality scripted.
Your viewers, they get a glimpse of my personality when they watch your show, but just imagine cameras following me every day.
Yes,
and you've been around me, you know.
Yeah.
So,
this is the real deal, y'all. For real.
Just remember this on Roku, on the Only One Network, and it's called Stud Love. Y'all, please be on the lookout for this, because this is going to be your next guilty pleasure. Awesome. I'm not trying no shade to P Valley, but baby, this is going to be one of them shows that supersede P Valley, because the shenanigans that's going to be going on this show. That's what I'm saying. I'm not giving no spoilers.
Oh, man, y'all just gotta watch it. Be ready.
It's gonna. Lil Corey is about to turn it up all the way.
Awesome. Be ready.
The world gonna hear about Lil Corey this time around.
So, if you will, I know she can be found on just about every platform for the most part.
Yeah, you can find me at Winco, Walmart, CVS, Ross, City Trends.
If anybody wanted to reach you to
like
book a show, for real.
Okay, well, if you want to book me, you can go to my website. It's yojustice.com and click on the booking tab. On Facebook, you can go to Yolanda Miss Cotton. That's one word, Justice. Yolanda Miss Cotton Justice. On Facebook, to find Lil Corey page, go to LECOREY Cotton. Lil Corey Cotton. And then I have a private comedy group, and that's where I put all my exclusive content that I don't put on my personal page, and it gets wild. And I am going to be putting behind the scenes footage when I start filming the reality show. My Instagram and TikTok is YoJustice77. And if you would like to join the Cotton Club comedy on Facebook, look the name up and then answer the group question, and you'll be in. Okay. Also, make sure it's the Cotton Club. It's THA Cotton Club Comedy. And soon we will be having other stuff coming up, and as always, I'm the cousin of the show. I'll be back as often as I can as well. You know, the Lord say otherwise, because I enjoy my time here. I enjoy the topics. I enjoy watching the control board crack up behind the scenes. Oh my gosh. You know, it's so much stuff that's going on in the Cotton Club, y'all. And I will say there is a generous donation
$7.77.
Yes, it's a love offering of $7.77 that could be sent to Cash App Yo Justice 77.
Yes. So definitely, y'all, you get all kinds of stuff. It's stuff that you can't put on a regular platform that you're gonna get there.
I could never put on my personal page. You think I'm wild and loose and off the cannon?
Oh my goodness,
baby! on that page, I get to really be myself. And like I said, this is the year of me being free.
Yes.
And this is a year of me doing and saying the things I've always wanted to do without the fear of people judging me.
Yes, right.
And because I know people still will judge anyway, that's why I created the Cotton Club comedy group, so I could post my stuff freely without judgment. Because if
absolutely,
if you're gonna talk about me, that's fine, but you're gonna pay to talk about
that
me.
part. You want to really know it is.
You want to really see what I'm doing?
Yes.
But also the proceeds that go in there, they go toward my bills.
Right. Gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, I don't have a 9 to 5. So the love offerings that they keep me afloat in between gigs. And stuff. So I appreciate anyone who does send things out. And one more thing I wanted to add: if there's anyone that has any clothing stores or boutiques, and you want your clothes featured on my reality show, please get in touch with me or get in touch with Kim. My character, Lil Corey, really needs clothes the most.
Yes.
And if you have any donations, fellas, if you have any pants that are size 36, 32, because Lil Corey got some hips.
He got
size medium shirts, little ball cap, anything that I could dress Lil Corey with, then I would appreciate that. I'm serious. My Miss Cotton character, I already pretty much got that covered, but it's the Lil Corey character that I'm still trying to dress. Lil Corey got an old school player vibe. I don't wear none of that young stuff.
I know he don't be swagging or sagging or whatever. I don't do all that.
But just real smooth. Yes. And so again, I just thank everybody who following along with the journey.
It's amazing. It's been really well, and I'm so glad that you stepped outside of that. I can't do it and say, you know what, just leap. 2023, I've said it, is a year of grace and greatness, and it's going to carry on from this day forward. So I thank you guys for tuning in. Again, my 15th show.
Congratulations.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in as always.
It's your King
and this what it is. 15 show is. Gotta celebrate. Yes. So if you would like to reach me at Bald Talk with Kim, smoothing out the truth and hope, you can email me directly if you're interested in being a guest on the show to baldtalk2022@gmail.com. There is a text phone 214-710-0533. Facebook and Twitch is the newest platform. It's Bald Talk with Kim. And then my personal Facebook page is Kimberly Hope. And of course, Instagram at Miss Hope. And that's MZ Hope 0429. So I do again thank you guys for tuning in, and again thank you so much, Miss Cotton, for our history facts and honey child and these segments, child. Woo, child, she gonna give it to you raw and real.
That's why they call me Cotton.
She gonna give it to you how it comes. Okay,
cotton ball. I'm straight off the stalk.
Yes, indeed. So again, guys, thank you so very much for joining us, and I will see you next week.